All right, everyone. It is Wednesday, just about 10:30, 48. First Alert Meteorologist Eric Burke. Hope you're having a great day so far. This is Weather Extra. Appreciate you tuning in, joining us as always. And I finally have something else to talk about today. We did have some very dense fog for the morning commute, especially in areas that saw heavy rainfall yesterday. If you were up in parts of northwest Alabama, I was showing the same camera that you see on your screen right now out in the shoals, and you couldn't even see Wilson Lake or Wilson Dam. Looks like we've got a few breaks in the clouds right now, and I think we'll see quite a bit more sunshine as we go through the morning into the afternoon. And the dense fog, it was in Middle Tennessee. It was in parts of northeast Alabama. Thankfully, yesterday, the storms actually behaved themselves. We had some gusty winds. We had a few reports of small hail. And there was one storm that meteorologist Jeff Denoyer was really watching closely for you. Just a mini supercell, and it did have a little bit of broad rotation with it. Oddly enough, not producing any lightning, and it really didn't have strong winds with it. So those are the types of supercells I'm okay with, cool to look at. I know a viewer sent in a video, kind of had some rotation at the base of it, maybe possibly a wall cloud, but nothing came of it, thankfully, and a lot of you just got through your Tuesday with periods of very, very heavy rainfall. So start talking about today. Fog is obviously long gone. Looks like we're partly to mostly cloudy for a good portion of the day. High as temperature right now is 75, and we'll be warmer today than we've been the previous days, and some of that has to do with the sunshine. Other part of it, it's not raining or will rain, so that's not going to kind of effectively shut off our warming. We go out to Huntsville, there's 565. You can see the skyline of Huntsville, Montesano. Just really happy to talk about a mostly dry day. I can't say entirely dry because some of you already saw some showers and storms this morning over parts of northeast Alabama and middle Tennessee, but for the most part, we should be good. We go to the radar right now. Lightning counter at 0. There's a little shower there. It looks like it's pushing out of parts of Marion County, kind of tracking in an east-southeasterly fashion, but still dealing with that same center of low pressure. Now, it's farther away from us. It's off to the northeast, but there's a small chance that some of you might just see a rogue pop-up shower or storm at some point for the rest of the morning into the afternoon. But there's a high likelihood that most of you will get through your Wednesday without actually seeing some rain. I grabbed my umbrella just in case. Don't want to get caught in a downpour, but most of you end up staying dry. So that is certainly good news regarding the forecast. That timeline, anytime from now up until about the evening commute, there's a chance of that just rogue shower. So let's go through the day hour by hour. You'll start to see some breaks in the clouds showing up nicely here on future radar and satellite. Noon temperature should be in the mid to upper 70s. If you've been outside today, it is fairly humid. Dew points about 62, 63, 64, and that's feeling more late spring summer-like, but I think we see more sunshine through the afternoon, and that is a welcome change, of course, and high temperatures will warm up into the low to mid 80s in that past little movement there between about 2 and 3. Future radar did bring in just a little blip of green, and that would be that isolated shower potential. Quiet tonight, just warm and muggy. We'll actually see quite a bit of clearing, 9 o'clock temperatures, or 10 o'clock rather, there in the low to mid 70s. More clouds start to push in, though, overnight into tomorrow morning. We'll call it partly cloudy. That breeze that we have out there today, if that stays with us overnight, we really shouldn't have to worry about any widespread fog potential for the morning commute on Thursday. So good news, every morning this week we've either had rain, fog, or both, and tomorrow morning I think will be our best commute of the week to date at least. And then noon temperatures tomorrow warming up pretty quickly. We'll be in the upper 70s to low 80s there. Actual highs tomorrow should be in the mid to upper 80s. We'll start talking more about that heat index here, and that heat index will probably be in the lower 90s. So pretty uncomfortable day coming for Thursday. A little bit of wind will make things feel a touch more comfortable, and then the clouds really start to thicken up as we go into Thursday evening, overnight into Friday. Checking a few thermometers for you. 71 Fort Payne. We've got 72 in Fayetteville, 73 right now in Athens, 72 Coleman, 75 right now in Russellville, Franklin County. Good late morning to you. The rest of the day, a mix of sun and clouds. We're seeing that on some of the cameras, and that's just what we're expecting. But should still warm up into the low to mid 80s. Small chance of seeing that shower Wind should start to die down as far as the gusts go. They could be about 15 to 20 miles per hour, but those will begin to taper closer to that evening commute. Overnight, low of 67, mostly cloudy. If the wind sticks around, shouldn't have to worry about any fog. Look at tomorrow, no chance of rain from start to finish. Oh, that felt good, taking the percentage of rain off that graphic here this morning when I got in early. But high of 87 degrees, and we're partly, maybe mostly cloudy from time to time. Now we go into Friday, we end the week. It's still a relatively dry day. There's a small chance on Friday afternoon of seeing kind of a pop-up scattered shower or storm. We'll hit 86 degrees. Friday is looking to be quite a bit of a breezy day. And then the storm should hold off until late Friday night, overnight into Saturday. And this is what we're going to call a conditional threat of strong to severe storms. And I say conditional because it's really dependent on a front coming in. And models are showing the front kind of approaching the area. Some models bring the front all the way through. Others just hang it up kind of off to our northwest. But looking at some of the guidance here, it really looks like the more organized and higher threat of severe storms should stay to our north and to our west too. And we hope it stays there, not so much for their sake, but more selfishly for our sake. I think we've seen plenty of days with strong to severe storms here lately. This is noon on Friday. Here we are in the mid to upper 70s, mainly cloudy and breezy, just a humid day. We start to get into the late afternoon, evening. This model run, the European model, is kind of hinting at the scattered showers, maybe a pop-up storm or two, but it's really not until late Friday night, overnight into Saturday morning, we start to get more widespread, heavier rain, potential maybe for some gusty winds and hail. We'll continue to keep you updated. Right now, this is a very tricky forecast. It's hit and miss with each model run coming in, trying to get a grasp on what that front is actually going to do. But just giving you that earliest heads up of there's the potential late Friday night into Saturday that we could see strong to severe storms. We'll, of course, give you plenty of updates right here on Weather Extra, all of our newscasts on our social media pages, and that 48 First Alert weather app. Into Saturday morning, still have some leftover rain showers, but the later you go in the day on Saturday, the European model kind of keeps the rain away, and I'm okay with it. Looks like we'll be in the low to mid 80s. Now we go into Sunday morning. Right now looks dry, and then we've got another round of kind of rain showers and storms coming in for Sunday afternoon and evening, but not all models agree with this, and that's why the weekend forecast for now will include chances for storms on both Saturday and Sunday, but we'll continue to dial in that forecast as best as we can. And hopefully we get a decent weekend around here. I know I've said that every day this week, but it's not a crime to have a decent weekend in May, is it? Rainfall forecast for Friday night, storms into Saturday morning, and then through portions of the weekend, probably picking up that half an inch to an inch and a half of rain. This is on top of all the rainfall we've seen lately. I know I got a Facebook message asking about the drought. Well, we eliminated the drought several weeks ago, and since we've cleared out the drought, we've seen pretty much nothing but rainfall, which is good news. Good news for our farmers, good news for fire danger and everything like that. But the rain has really just started to add up here. Pollen count, even with the rain we've seen lately, still in the moderate category. Grasses, oak, and hickory, those are going to be your predominant pollens here. Should get some relief by Saturday. And I mentioned that low. It's actually up there in parts of central and eastern Kentucky. There's that well-defined counterclockwise rotation around that center of low pressure, but still seeing another band of rain moving showers out of parts of Arkansas into central and southern Mississippi. So they should stay to our south. But even the path to that low is the reason we have that 20% chance of a rogue shower or storm today as we go through the afternoon. 67 overnight, partly cloudy, becoming mostly cloudy by daybreak tomorrow. This is a warm evening, and some of that has to do with the cloud cover. The fog forecast, very dependent on the wind speed overnight. If we see winds 5 miles per hour or less, we'll probably have at least some patchy fog to deal with for that morning commute. Now, as you go into Thursday, temperatures warming up into the mid to probably upper 80s. Looks like a mainly sunny, partly cloudy type day, a little bit breezy there with the wind out of the southwest. And getting right to your extended forecast here, your 7 and now 10 day, 87 tomorrow, 86, mostly cloudy, breezy for Friday. Friday evening, that conditional threat of strong to severe storms carrying over overnight into early Saturday morning. Notice your weekend forecast does include rain and storms for Saturday and Sunday. Shouldn't be all weekend. You'll have dry hours, promise you that. Temperatures actually take a little bit of a hit there on Sunday. We'll just be in the upper 70s. And then into next week, probably warm and humid, low to mid 80s. It looks like another front is scheduled to come in on Wednesday, and that will leave us with drier skies for the end of next week, Thursday and Friday. And look at Friday's high temperature at just 74 degrees. So that's kind of how it all breaks down for you. We'll just continue to keep you posted on what we're expecting for that Friday night into Saturday morning. Conditional threat of strong to severe storms. I know if you look at the SPC outlooks, they do have that slight risk area just off to our north and west, but that's several days out. Their forecast changes, as does ours. It's all based on the model data coming in and kind of what we just see on the upper air patterns all the way down to the surface too. So enjoy the day today. Mostly rain-free. Some of you might see a shower or a storm, but that's it. Dry tomorrow, and then breezy and mostly cloudy there Friday before the storms roll in. So a short and sweet weather extra when I don't have to tell you we might have strong storms. This afternoon and evening, things tend to go a little bit faster. But thank you as always for joining us for Weather Extra on your Wednesday. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be on Tennessee Valley Living with Peyton Walker at 11 o'clock and on your newscast at noon with Gina Benitez. Have a great day. See ya.